I've never streamed to YouTube.
We're on YouTube right now.
We are?
Oh. Yeah, it says live on YouTube.
Boom.
Go on YouTube. Awesome. YouTube right now.
That's so awesome.
We are?
Yes,
yeah, it says live on YouTube.
Okay.
Boom. Go on YouTube. YouTube right now.
That's so awesome.
We are?
Okay,
yes,
let me figure out. Hang on. I've got to. Okay. I had to mute it. But I can still hear y'all, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to our crazy world here. I'm Karen Barnadoe.
I'm Karen Rogers.
I'm Rhonda Gessner.
And I'm Michaela Gilbert.
And we are coming to you live from 4 different areas. But together, we want to talk to you a little bit about the opportunity that we all have in common. We do want to read a income disclosure statement before we get started. Karen's going to do that.
I'll be happy to do that. This is our income disclosure. There are no guarantees regarding the income from the My Daily Choice HempWorks opportunity. The success or failure of each affiliate, like in any other business, depends upon each affiliate's skill set and personal effort. Earning levels for independent affiliates are examples and should not be construed as typical or average. Income level achievements are dependent upon the individual affiliate's business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, activity, and demographic factors. And so, with that said, I want to encourage y'all to hang on until the end of this broadcast. Somebody on our panel is going to share some information with y'all that y'all will want to hear. It's absolutely incredible. It's amazing. It's worth hanging out with us to find out what it is. And I believe Karen is the one the other Karen is the one who's going to tell us. So you have to hang out. You have to stay tuned to find out what it is.
It's well worth the wait. So actually, Rhonda is going to give us a little insight to building your business, how simple it is. I say KISS, keep it simple, silly, or whatever, however you want to say it, but keep it simple. And that's the way I've built my business. And Rhonda is going to just give us a little bit of insight about the daily method of operation. So Rhonda?
All right. Thank you, Karen. I think it's very important in any business, even though we are self-employed and we have a lot of freedom, we still need to have a daily method of operation, because otherwise, we don't have a boss. We don't have somebody standing over our shoulder telling us what to do and when to do it. But we need to just at least have a few simple disciplines that we repeat every single day. I have a mentor that has always said consistent effort plus time equals success. So, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a business. And if we treat it like a business, it will pay us like a business. If we treat it like a hobby, it'll probably just pay us like a hobby. So to keep it very simple, the way that we train our group is step number 1 is to add a minimum of 5 new contacts a day. So 5 new people every single day that you are starting a conversation with. Now, for myself, Ron and I are mostly building our business through Facebook. That's to me, and there's nothing wrong with doing offline events. We love to do them as well, but we at our age really wanted to have an online business because for one thing, we're snowbirds. So we spend half the year in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and half the year in Sarasota, Florida. And what's awesome is we can run our business as long as we have our phone and internet. I mean, that's as simple as it is. So anyway, step number 1 is to add 5 new people a day that you are starting a conversation with. Since we're working on Facebook, we do that through posting curiosity posts and just, different posts, which when you decide to join our team, you will have access to a lot of those posts that are very good at creating curiosity and getting people to reach out to you. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to follow up with 5 people a day. And that's extremely important because I don't know if you know this statistic or not, but 80% of people will purchase after the 5th contact. So that's pretty amazing. I mean, if you're going to do the steps to reach out and talk to people, you might as well go the extra mile and follow up with them and stay in contact with them, continue to educate them, share a video with them, whatever it might be. But you want to build that relationship and continue to follow up with them, because that is an extremely high statistic. 80% are going to purchase if you follow up at least 5 times. And then the third step, and I'm going to keep it that simple, is to, if you're doing this on Facebook, add a minimum of 25 new friends every day. Now, I've been on Facebook for a pretty long, I don't even know how long, but I have close to 5,000 friends now. But I am still constantly adding new friends and deleting people that I don't even know who they are. They don't interact with me. So my 5,000 friends is kind of like revolving. And my goal is to have all 5,000 of those friends either be customers or affiliates. And I'm sure by the time I accomplish that, I will be well on my way to super affiliate, and so will you. So keep that in mind when you're adding people. If you're using Facebook to build your business, which is what we're doing, then, that's my goal. I'm not, I'm looking for people that are interested in health and wellness and some of the same things that I'm into, so that I can build relationships with them. Because that's another fact that we know, that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And that takes a little time to develop that relationship. But anyway, so on an ongoing basis, I am always adding new friends. And then if I need to, now, if you don't have 5,000 friends yet, that's the maximum on Facebook. If you don't have that many yet, you don't need to be deleting people. But once you get to that point, that's the maximum on Facebook, then you may have to start just going down through your friends list, and people that are not interacting with you, you can unfriend them and then friend new ones. So to summarize, it is add 5 new people a day that you're starting a conversation with, follow up with 5 people a day, and add 25 new friends on Facebook. So that's my daily method of operation.
And that is awesome. And it just shows that it works because you've maxed out your friends list.
Yeah.
So that's proof right there that works. I don't use Facebook as my main source of building my business. I use my t-shirts. I've been doing this since really very early on. And it works. I use the BizOp. I use that. I use the landing pages. I think the marketing system that HempWorks has is just beyond amazing. I really do. I use it all the time. Every time I walk out of my house, I have some kind of a leaf on my shirt. Something about there's going to be a leaf somewhere on me, when I leave my house. And so, and like you, follow up is key. And we have all of that in place. I mean, I can copy and paste. And so, it's all in our training. It's already all set up. Michaela, do you want to add to that? Like, how are you building your business?
So for me, I feel like, anybody can do this. That's what the greatest thing about this company and this business is I have people on my team that work full time, 9 to 5. I mean, some even work more than 50, 60 hours a week, and they're still doing this on on their downtime. I have stay-at-home moms, which is what I am. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So, I do this when I'm playing with my kids. I do this when I'm at the beach. I do this, I don't miss out on those memories and that time spent with my kids, and I'm able to just work from my phone. And then I have people who work part-time, and then they do this on the side, and eventually they realize that they're losing money by being at their regular jobs, and they start cutting their hours back at work, and then they turn into full-time. So the potential is there, and you can do it as much or as little as you want. I feel like nowadays everybody has a cell phone. Everybody's guilty of being on social media, whether it's Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or anything like that. So if you think of the time, and there's actually a lot of phones nowadays where you can look and see how much time you're spending on Facebook. It'll tell you how many hours. And if you think of the hours that you're spending on Facebook, you could be helping people and making an income while doing that, instead of just scrolling through that news feed and liking a post here, liking a post there, which ultimately, when it comes down to it, that's really all you have to do in this business anyway, is be a good friend, be a good, you add these friends like Rhonda mentioned, and then you just, you follow up with them. And maybe following up with them isn't even necessarily like having, a messaging back and forth conversation. Maybe it's just commenting on their pictures and, interacting with them that way. And then eventually they're going to see, like she said, it's proven that people will buy from the person before they'll buy the actual product. Like if they might see purchase from you. So just be yourself, interact with people. That's what I do. And then just let them come to you. The one thing I love about this team and this company is that it's not like spammy. We're not trying to jump on people or anything like that. We're really big into just kind of educating, spreading awareness about this, and just talking about the opportunity, because it's changed all of our lives. And so, I know some people that are afraid to ask somebody about, candles or Tupperware or something like that, because they're afraid that they're going to get messages every day for, 6 months. And it's not like that. You don't have to be afraid to reach out to anybody. We literally have groups, customer testimonial groups, where we can add you to them, and you can kind of just look around and read for yourselves how this changes everyone's lives. There's kids' testimonies, adults' testimonies, pets, obviously from their owners and stuff. I mean, it's just really life-changing. And so when you have a product that changes lives and makes such a difference, at the end of the month, when somebody is budgeting, it comes down to whether this is a materialistic thing, and it's not. It isn't a matter of whether they need or want this. It's a matter of they do need it. They don't just want this. It's not a purse or a candle or something like that. They know that if they have this product, it's going to change their quality of life the next month. It's going to, make the difference of whether or not they're going to be able to do things with their friends or go out in public because they're not as down and, that kind of thing. Or maybe it's getting on the ground and playing with their grandkids when they come over. So it really is one of those things that I've never had one person ever complain about the price once they realize the effects. So.
Right. And another thing too is what our product, what we have is people just reorder. There's such a high rate of reordering because people don't want to do without it. It's so different than a protein shake or, something like that people are like, do I want this or do I want to drink that shake? You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's completely different. It's just totally different than something like that. This is something, Michaela, that people they want to have it every month. They're going to order it because it's been life-changing. It's been life-changing I know each one of us on here, and I get texts and calls every single day from people, and it makes it so worthwhile. It's unbelievable that people call and they're just like, man, this and that. And I'm like, that's it right there. That's why I do what I do. Karen, how are you building your business?
Well, actually, I kind of employ a combination of all of the different factors. And, you know, one thing that might be a little bit different about me is I live in a really small town. I live in a town of less than 600 people in West Texas. And so, you know, the way that I reach people is, of course, I started out with just the people that I know that were my friends and my family. And, you know, I want to mention that I think this opportunity is so different from a lot of the other things that are out there because the majority of us are not salespeople. The majority of us never had any sales experience whatsoever. I worked in the workforce for 23 years. I spent 20 plus years in the medical field. I became a stay-at-home mom at the age of 41. And so I've been out of the traditional workforce for about 12 years now. And if you would have told me that I would be in sales or marketing or especially MLM, I would have never believed it, not in a million years, because who would have ever thought? But the thing that makes us different is we all try these products. All of us who you know represent this actually use the products. That's how we found out about it. Okay, we tried the products. They changed our lives. They impacted us so greatly that we felt compelled to share it with other people. And so it's not just sales. It's not just selling a product. It's a driving passion of changing people's lives and having a huge impact on a lot of people. And so the way that I've gotten the word out is, first of all, people started noticing the change in me. It was that physically noticeable. My demeanor changed. I got my life back. And so the people around me in my inner circle started noticing that, and they're like, what are you doing? What's going on? And so they wanted to try what I was trying. And so when I saw it change their lives as well, I said, okay, I've got to tell more people about this. So I got into this. I became an affiliate. I started telling my story just one-on-one with people. And then I started doing Facebook Lives. And it reached so many different people that people just started coming to me. It wasn't like I had to go to them. And so I ventured into LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you know, Twitter. I do just about every type of social media there is. Of course, Facebook is the big one, but also it's not just contingent upon that. I also, every time I go out, I'm the same way. I've got my hemp leaf on, and I've got my success team shirt on tonight, but I've normally got the big, loud and proud, you know, big hemp leaves. There you go. And, you know, I love that. I meet new people all the time. Being a stay-at-home mom is hard because your social life goes, you know, it's gone. And if you can't tell, I like, you know, I'm kind of outgoing. I like to talk to people. So when I go out and shop, I've got those shirts on. Like I said, I don't have to go to them. People notice me. I see them looking at my shirt and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm in the cannabis industry. You want to find out what I do? I've got my phone. I'm ready to, you know, have them put in their first name, last name, and email address so they can get more information. And so I work, you know, I use our marketing system that's in place. It works. And I also tell people, you know, I give them incentive, the people that are my friends. I tell them, share my videos. Let's get out there. Help me to help them. And y'all would be amazed at how many shares I get on my videos every day. It's just phenomenal. But for every, you know, every new customer, every new affiliate, every new team member, everybody, it's not just about the money. The money is really nice. Those checks, today's Thursday, we got paid today. And that's really nice. And the bonuses are great. I get a car bonus. I get, you know, all kinds of stuff. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm a stay-at-home mom doing this in a town of less than 600. But for every person that does come into this as a customer or an affiliate, it represents a life that's being changed. And it's going to keep going forward. There's more people out there that we can help. And I absolutely love it. It's the best thing I've ever done career-wise, ever.
It is for me too. Like it's just been awesome. Like I was working a full-time job when I started doing this as a very little, well, everybody knows my story. I wasn't even really going to sell it. So, you know, it just kind of happened that way. And, but I was able to retire after 11 months, and I could have retired even sooner than that, actually. but I just love my old boss, and I didn't want to. It was just like, I don't want to, leave him and leave my job and all my people that I love, that all my customers and stuff. I didn't want to do it, but it just didn't make sense for me to go to work anymore. I just I've been able to do so much more by being at home. So yeah, 11 months and I retired, and I have several of my friends that are doing this that have retired as well. And so it's not just me, it's a lot of people that are being able to retire. It's awesome.
And the thing is, it's like, as sad as it is, if you pay attention to the news and the media, there's a lot of stores that are closing down. And it's sad, a lot of these mom and pop shops are closing down. Even big stores are closing down. There's like, I don't know, Macy's and J.C. Penney's and all these different stores, right? Like malls, there's really, the mall thing is kind of like dying out. And so the reason for that is because everyone wants instant gratification and instant access, and they all have their phones, right? So people aren't even on laptops hardly necessarily anymore. Everything's right on their phones. It's 24/7. And so network marketing is huge. It's like one of the biggest industries in the world. And we were just named the #1 fastest growing network marketing company in the entire industry. Like, that's huge. I want you to think about every single company out there that's doing this. And, when people say to me, well, I can go to a local store, or I can go here, or I can go there, and I can get CBD. For one, you can see our videos on why you should definitely know what's in your products. It's very, very important. There's no regulation on CBD. So unless they have that third-party testing, you don't know what's in your products. You don't even know if it has the amount of, or the milligrams of CBD that it's claiming to have. If you're subject to drug testing, you don't know if just because it says there's no THC, that there really isn't any THC. So that's why you want to go with a quality brand. And when I talk about this company and why I love this product, it's not only because I tried 4 brands that did nothing for me. I spent hundreds of dollars and wasted my money before I realized that I needed to find something that proved that it had what was in it that was actually in there. But it's also because this company could have easily just created a product that worked, put it on a shelf, and left it alone. They could have profited that way, but they didn't want to. They knew the power of social media. They wanted the education and the knowledge and the resources behind that. And they wanted affiliates to talk to people and to be there for people to help them, whether it was to tell them how to start taking their drops, what to expect, how to order, to follow up with them. When you order from, whoever's sharing this with you, or one of us or something like that, you really get that person. You can talk to us or them as little as you want or as much as you want. But I've had so many people say to me, I bought something on a store shelf. I got home and I had no idea what to do. When I went into a store, I asked them questions. Well, that cash register person isn't going to know the difference between the 20 brands on the shelf. They're not going to know where the hemp was sourced. They're not going to know if it has lead or heavy metals or arsenic or anything in their products. They don't know those things. So this company knew that there were going to be all kinds of companies getting on, the bandwagon, so to speak, when the media was bringing this in everywhere. And they got into it before all of that. They got into this because the CEO had life-changing benefits from it. And so before everybody else was doing this, they got into it for that reason. They went through, the trials and tribulations, and they've been around since the beginning. And so now you see all these companies that, of course, they see it's in the media and they know that this is something that they can make a lot of money on quickly, but they're not worried about the quality. They're not worried about those repeat customers. They just want your initial sale. And then that's just how they're going to make their fast money. So I really value what this company stands behind, and the fact that they do want people to talk to people and not just put something on a shelf.
Well, and also, speaking of the opportunity, if somebody were looking for something to do, like what we do, I had a negative connotation or a negative image in my head of what MLMs were and what they were about. But the more I thought about it, when I was thinking, a couple of years ago, when I was thinking about maybe getting back into the workforce, I thought, I really don't want to get back into an office atmosphere. I did that long enough. I put my time in. But the wave of the future is a lot of these major companies are allowing people to work remotely. And so I considered that. I thought, maybe I'll do insurance claim processing or pre-authorization or, stuff like that I had experience in. But that's what we do with HempWorks. We partner with HempWorks and My Daily Choice, and we work remotely. And that is a big deal for the future. So if that's something that appeals to you, good golly, would I suggest this? It's the best opportunity I have ever seen, ever, bar none.
For sure. And when you combine network marketing with cannabis, I mean, there's not a show that you aren't watching on TV or a news segment or anything that isn't mentioning cannabis or CBD or something along those lines. And it really is only going to go up from here. This is just the beginning. So think of back in, I don't even know when Avon started. I think my grandma used to sell that or something. But think of the first people that were like, oh, I think I'm going to take a chance with this makeup company. And, they were in the beginning, they were the first ones. And same thing with Tupperware and Leah Sophia and Mary Kay. Like these companies all started somewhere, right? And the people that took that risk and that step were the ones that are doing the best and that are still in those companies, and they have teams of people helping other people. And that's where you'll be, because this is the beginning. We'll never again in our lives, I really believe that, ever see another opportunity like this, ever, because this is something that is just starting to be more understood. The stigma is ending. We're working really hard on that. People are in a huge craze of natural wellness right now. So people are starting to be their own advocates for their own health. They're choosing natural alternatives as opposed to traditional medicine and stuff like that. And so this is now, this is the time to do this. And I can't tell you how many people watched my videos and finally joined me and wish they would have joined me in the very beginning, because this is also a very low risk and low investment company. I have friends that have joined things like LuLaRoe, and it was like $5,000 or something to start to be an affiliate for that company, which I love. I love their leggings. I'm not going to lie, but I could never afford to do that. I could never invest in something like that and have that in my house, taking away from my bills and my kids and food on the table. I couldn't. So if you were to open a traditional store, it's going to come with, there's insurance, there's overhead, there's fees, there's tons, there's an abundance of different things that are going to cost you money and that are going to come with risk and stress. And that's not the case with this. You're literally your own business owner on your own time. You're your own boss. They do all the payment processing, the shipping, the handling, everything. You just basically get a commission for talking to people and explaining how this could help them and adding them to our groups that they can learn about it themselves. It's really, really kind of a turnkey opportunity for sure.
Well, and with the cannabis industry just now exploding, it's so exciting because we get to be on the forefront of that. Yeah. And we are leading the industry. The guy that was with Jen Canna that was on the U.S. Hemp Roundtable was at our convention in October, and he said HempWorks is the leader, the clear leader. And so that's been confirmed. And I have a whole lot of people that hear about it. They hear about the cannabis industry. They hear it on the Today Show and the newspaper, magazines, all over the place. I have people message me all the time. Yeah, they're talking about CBD on the Today Show, and so it's really exciting because everybody's doing our advertising for us. But I have a lot of people, because I'm in this industry, that will ask me, so what's the best way to invest in the industry? Can you tell me what company I need to invest in? What do I need to do? I tell everybody, I'm not a stockbroker, but I'll tell you how to invest in this company. Buy a bottle of oil and spend $20. And that will be the biggest, best investment in the cannabis industry that you can ever make, bar none. We've already got the track record. Our prospectus is doing that. Up and up and up. So, man, get on board. There's no better time. This is the right place, and it's the right time.
It's something I want to add about with CBD and cannabis in the media so much, like it is, like you just said, Karen, they're doing all the advertising for us. So I feel like, and I'm sure you guys agree, that our biggest job is just to educate people, because they're hearing everywhere. They're hearing about CBD and cannabis, but they have no idea what to look for when they go out shopping. And CBD is popping up everywhere, gas stations, convenience stores. And so I think people really appreciate when they find someone that knows, and is educated. What should they be looking for on the label? How many ingredients should it have? Look for the third-party testing for the hemp seal. We can explain that to them. So, I really feel like our job as affiliates is really about educating people and helping them to make that educated decision so they don't waste money. I know one of our customers spent, I think it was $150 on her first bottle of CBD oil, and it did nothing for her. And, most people don't, even if they have extra money, they don't want to just waste it, So it's exciting. Like you guys said, I'm thrilled to be part of this industry on the front end, because that is huge in network marketing. I know, I'm definitely the oldest one here.
Maybe not.
Oh, I think so.
Maybe not.
Well, I'll be 61 in about a month or so here in June. Have grandmother of 6. I actually have a grandson already driving, which I find hard to believe, but I do. And I've been in the network marketing industry for a long time, and always in the wellness industry. But I've never been on the front end of a company like this. And with network marketing, like the first company that I joined, I was 20 or 21? I think I was 21 years old. I joined a nutritional company, and Michaela, gosh, you probably weren't even born, were you?
I'm 29.
I just realized that. Oh my word. Okay, that really makes me feel old. But I was, so that's 40 years ago. So yeah, you weren't even born yet. I was 21 when I joined my first company, and they are actually still in business, and they are the oldest network marketing company. They started in 1956, and it's not Amway. Everybody thinks Amway is the oldest. But anyway, what I didn't understand about network marketing, I got so excited when I was introduced to it, because I did understand the potential of the duplication, to build a team. And if you get 4 affiliates and you teach them to get 4, and, how that multiplication and that exponential growth is supposed to happen. Well, it didn't really happen for me that way with my first company. And as time went on, I got more and more frustrated, because I was looking at myself thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not one of those people up on the stage as a top income earner? And I'm talking about after years. I was with that company for 17 years. And it took me quite a while. And keep in mind, we didn't have internet back then. We didn't have computers. So, you couldn't get on Google and research. But what I found out was that in network marketing, a company goes through 3 phases. The first one is called formulation, and that's, the very beginning, when they're first just getting started, laying the groundwork. The second stage is called, oh gosh, it just left me. Oh my goodness. I'll think of it. Oh, anybody know the term for the second phase? It's formulation. The third stage is stability. Well, anyway, I'll think of it. But the second phase is when the company goes through almost straight vertical growth. I don't know why I can't think of the name. But anyway, that second phase will last 3, 5, maybe 7 years, and the growth is just through the roof. And then it reaches that third and final phase called stability. Well, I joined that company that I was with when they were already in the stability phase. The company was already 25 years old. I could have stayed with them for another 17 years, and I would have never achieved the kind of success that I wanted to achieve. Well, I see where we are with HempWorks right now, and we are down in the formulation phase. I don't think we've hit, I don't know why nobody knows what that second.
Is it projection?
Ah. Oh my goodness. Now it's really going to bother me.
That was the word I was thinking of too, was projection.
Google it, Brandon.
Yeah, Google the 3 phases of a network marketing company. What'd you say, Ron? Oh, I think that might be it. Momentum.
That's a good one too, though.
I mean, it's if it's not the exact term, that's what momentum. I think he is exactly right. I actually have a diagram of that. I was so excited when I finally figured all this out after 17 years of trying to understand why, what is wrong with me? And it wasn't me, it was the timing. Mm-hmm. So if you join a company when they are in formulation, you're right, Ron, it is momentum. And they hit that momentum phase, your organization is going to explode. And, so timing is, that's an overused, people say, maybe tell you that you're in the right place at the right time. That's kind of an overused cliche or whatever in the network marketing business, but there is some truth to it. And we definitely, with this company, we could not be at a better place at a better time in the right industry. And I think proof of that is the fact that we just got that award for being the fastest growing network marketing company. So if you are considering joining us, I would suggest you do it ASAP. Don't sit around and analyze everything for the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, because you're going to miss the boat and you're going to end up, we're going to be up there in that stability phase. And at that point, you don't have the same opportunity that all of us have right now. I didn't mean to talk that much.
That's good. No, that was great. I love hearing from people because I don't have any network marketing history at all. So I really appreciate and value people who have been in the industry, because this is not something that I ever imagined myself doing. And now that I have people on my team and it's growing, I have people who have joined me that have been in the industry. And I hear that a lot. I hear things like, I was in a company and I was actually doing really well, but it bothered me because everyone in my downline wasn't, and that it was just the way the compensation plan was structured. And so that really bothered them. And that's not the case with this. You can actually surpass the person who enrolled you. That's why it's not a pyramid scheme. Or I hear things like, I had no support. I had no team. The person that enrolled me either sabotaged me, or I had to worry about them, or they just left me hanging. And, I love that you mentioned education. Obviously, I've studied cannabis for over 10 years. And one of the things that I didn't realize until a couple months in was how amazing our team group is, because I was so busy about the education side of it that I had people who wanted to join me, but they were intimidated. They were like, I don't know anything about cannabis. I don't know anything about CBD. I can't do what you're doing because I don't know those things. And what's great about our group is that, and the company, is that we teach you, you know what I mean? If you join our team, we teach you how to learn about this stuff. There's people that are doing amazing at this and still don't really know a lot about cannabis or CBD. Karen, I knew you were going to raise your hand. And, and Dee Dee's always one too. She's like, I don't need to know about this. I'll just tag them in Michaela's videos or whatever, And so that's just it. Everyone in our team and all of these leaders are so incredible because everyone brings different strengths and we all help one another. And I think that's why our foundation of our team is so strong, because you can come into this and not have the network marketing background, and there's someone there to help you. You can come into this and not have, the technical side of this or know how to work Facebook, and there's someone there to help you. You can, not know anything about cannabis at all, and there's someone there to help you. And even if it's not clicking and you're not getting it, there's still a group you can add them to and tag them in a video that can explain and answer the questions that they have. So you can do this whether you have any experience in any of these areas, and you don't have to be intimidated, because that's what's amazing about our team, is that we all help one another. And as it goes on, you're going to learn about this, whether you kind of wanted to or not, because you become so passionate about it. And the more testimonies you get, and how it changes your life financially, you just want to work harder and harder. And I tell people all the time, I don't want people to think that this isn't like work, because it's definitely going to take some time, and it's going to take effort, and it's going to take passion and determination. And if you don't have those things, you're not going to be as successful as someone who does. But if you think about, you know, when you're working your 9 to 5 job and you're getting a raise every so many years or whatever, in 3 to 5 years, which is what they say the success rate is for network marketing. And honestly, with this company, I've heard it's even faster than that. It doesn't, there are people that are making super affiliate, which means they're selling $1 million right? It's like $1 million in product a month, their team is, in a year. You know what I mean? So it's way faster in this company if you really give it your all and stuff. And so if you think about that, in 3 to 5 years where they're going to be with the freedom from time and things like that versus somebody that's at a 9 to 5, they're going to be where they were pretty much. And they're going to have a cap on their income potential. They're always going to have a boss. They're always going to have someone telling them where they can go, when they can go, all of that. And you're not going to have any of those things. You're going to be your own boss. You're going to be able to work from a beach or on vacation with your family or whatever. And there's no cap. Like, the sky is the limit with this. It really, really is. And then eventually you build a team and you duplicate and you help them help others, right? You kind of, it's like that quote. I love that quote Mother Teresa says. And that's what kind of made me want to have a team. I never wanted to originally, but I realized that I'm only one person. And if I can help 10 people to do what I do and care how I care and utilize our groups, then they can help 100 people each. And it's like that ripple effect, you know? And so we all help people do that. And it's really easy to duplicate and then grow a team yourself without even trying.
It is. It's totally simple and maybe not easy at times. And it does take a lot of work. I work every single day, but it's good work. It's work that I want to do. It's work that I'm passionate about. I love my team. I've met so many, many different people. Like Michaela has been to my house from Wisconsin, and we spend time together. We've been to Jamaica together. And I've just got so many friends now too that are associated with this business that I otherwise would not have. I have people that call me and text me and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing that product. I wouldn't have had that otherwise, and so it's just been awesome for me. I am going to share my income from the last 30 days, and I'm pretty sure that it's more than what the spa made last month that I used to work for. But I do want to share this because I want everybody to know that it's not even, is it just possible, but it's probable. If you get in this business and you work at it and you love it, it's totally, totally probable that everybody that gets involved will do the same thing if they work their business. And I do, and I love it. And it's been life-changing for me. This kind of income would be life-changing, I think, for anybody. And so, as of the last 30 days, I've made $59,003.58. What? Like, that makes my heart pound. Like, seriously, that I'm still, like, I look at that and I'm like, holy moly, And so that's the thing, is like, it's not just possible, it's probable. And my income goes up every single month. Everybody on my team, and their income goes up every single month. They love what they're doing. It's a team effort, it is. And thank you, Karen. Karen's on my team, and thank you for all your hard work. But that's just it. That's a lot of money, and that changes. That's life-changing for anybody. It really is. And it's life-changing for the people around me too. I'm able to do so much more with so much more, So yeah. And Karen read the income disclosure. So we wanted to be sure to do that, because we don't want to just come on here and start throwing numbers around. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's awesome. The business, the product, the everything. The comp plan is amazing. I'm one that's been in several MLMs. I love what an MLM does. I buy from a lot of different direct sales companies. It's not that. I just don't, I'm not involved with them because, I only need, one makeup eraser every 2 years, you know what I mean? And so things like that. It's the product, it's the time, it's the all of it. So does anybody else want to add anything to that?
I think I'll just mention, along with that saying of we're at the right place in the right time, we're with the right people.
Mm-hmm.
And this company, it starts at the very top with Josh and Jenna Swagel, but our team specifically, I've never experienced this type of camaraderie ever. And so I've never seen this type of leadership, this much help. We're all here to help each other. And so, if you're looking for a great group of people to fall in with, we're here.
That's right. Michaela, do you have anything to say before we close?
Well, I don't know how it works with YouTube, if you can share this video on Facebook or not, but I would encourage everyone to share it and then whoever's watching this, if you see this, get back to the person that shared it with you. Success team is amazing. We have an incredible leader, Barb Miller. She does so much for everyone, and she really lays the tools down for everyone to be successful. And so I would say for $20, it's definitely worth it. You go to McDonald's and you're going to spend $20 at one time. So I'm just telling you, it could change your life, and just give it a chance. And if nothing else, try the product first, because that will convince you to spend that extra 20 and change other people's lives.
Rhonda?
I just would say in closing that if anything that we've said here this evening just sparks a little bit of interest in you, and maybe you've often thought about wanting to work from home or to be a stay-at-home mom, but never took that leap of faith, to step out of your comfort zone. Now is the time. And I really, since I am the oldest one here, I want to just say from many years of doing network marketing, because it's actually been over 30 years, and with a total, this is my third company. So I don't jump from company to company. But I have to say from my heart, the biggest benefit to me has been the time freedom. I mean, you can replace things, but you cannot get back time. And I am so thankful. That was the main reason I started network marketing at age 21. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And it allowed me to stay at home and raise 3 amazing kids who have now given me these 6 amazing grandkids. And so now I'm a stay-at-home grandma. And, I'm so thankful for all the things that I don't miss. Over the years of raising my kids, I was at every ball game. I was at all the field trips they did, the Parents' Day. Now, yesterday, in the middle of the day, I went and watched my granddaughter do gymnastics. I go to Grandparents' Day. I go to 4 baseball games a week. I mean, but I don't miss anything. And I would be missing so much over the years had I not taken that leap of faith to be an entrepreneur and just step out of your comfort zone, because you are never going to find more support than what you will inside the success team. So I want to encourage you to do that. Make this your time to do it.
That's right. That's right. So awesome. Well, I thank everybody for joining. Karen, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Would also like to see if you guys become stay-at-home dads.
Oh, yes.
And stay-at-home
Brandon's working on
dads.
it.
We'll take that too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we saw
Great.
the HempWorks husband photograph. And so, yeah, maybe that's going to happen, the stay-at-home dads. And so
Stay-at-home grandpas.
there you go. There you go. That's how we are. And just for the record, you're just barely the oldest one on here.
Okay.
barely. Like you're just barely skidding in. So
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, thank you everybody for being on here. Thank you to everybody for watching. And we will see you. When's the next one, Michaela? Monday?
Yep, so we're going to do them Monday evenings and Thursday, I believe, like around noon. So we'll have 2 of these every week, and you can share them on your wall. You can share as watch parties, and we'll always encourage people to get back to the person that shared it. So
That's right. That's right. Y'all have a good evening.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.